Or are you looking to get into Standard but feeling too attached to your kidneys to sell them for deck building cash? With 5 days till Friday, is there any way to just sit down and play? No, it's not an event deck. An intro pack? Don't make me laugh. No, if you are ready to break into Standard but don't know where to start, then it's time to get ahead with Mono Red. Mono Red is a classic entry point for most formats. Best of all, the entire deck can be put together for only $20. That's right, $20. And while you might not win the Pro Tour with this list, it is absolutely a powerful starting point for any player currently without a deck. This video will focus on Fate Reforged, and will be more of a red deck wins or sly build than straight up burn. Don't know where to begin? Don't know how to start Standard? This is the deck. Let's take a look. The most expensive piece in this deck is the Monastery Swiftspear. An uncommon at $250 each, it will cost you $10 for a playset, and it is an absolute must-run for this list. Swiftspear will be a great investment, though, as it has already established itself in other non-rotating formats such as Modern, so its price is likely going nowhere but up, even after it rotates out of Standard. The most expensive remaining piece is Firedrinker Satyr at 75 cents each. So that means he'll cost you a whopping $3 for a playset. But don't worry, the rest of the deck is all downhill in price from here. Playsets of Akroan Crusader, Frenzied Goblin, and Satyr Hoplite can all be had for $1 or under. Some players running similar builds favor Foundry Street Denizen over the Frenzied Goblin, so feel free to consider that alternative, but I prefer the latter. In terms of non-creature spells, we are running a playset of Titan's Strength, which lets us essentially bolt our opponents when a creature breaks through, trigger Heroic or Prowess, and Scry. Wow, such value, but less than $1 for a playset. Lightning Strike is self-explanatory. It's 3 damage for 2, and it's great against player and creature alike. In this deck, we're going to want to run 3 of them. Dragon Mantle and Hammerhand have become absolute staples in mono-red Standard decks as well. It's rare to see a build that isn't running a full play set of each of these. The deck also runs 2 Hordling Outbursts, which not only triggers prowess on your Swiftspears, but gives you more force to try and break through with. A single copy of Coordinated Assault is a great emergency button that you'll be happy to be able to push in those longer, grindy games. The final piece of this deck is going to be controversial, but I stand by it. 4 Collateral Damage. While not quite Lightning Bolt or Goblin Grenade, Collateral Damage is an underrated card, and great in a mono-red deck like this, because you'll have tons of chump to sack to it. And if you save it for the final stretch, then there's not much your opponent can do to prevent it. Nothing is more satisfying than your opponent blocking several of your creatures, for you to then just sack them to collateral damage, throw some bolts their way, and then finish the game off with whatever else of yours broke through. Very underrated. What about the sideboard? As always, these are much more elastic and are going to need to be altered to reflect your specific meta, but a playset of Searing Blood is going to do no wrong. In fact, a lot of builds run at least 2 of these main board, but I've had better luck with the collaterals. Harness by Force is great when your opponent is playing something with giant troublesome creatures. Harness them, swing with them, and then sack them to collateral damage before the turn ends. Ordeal of Purphoros pumps your chumps and goes off in your opponent's face, all the while triggering Heroic and Prowess when cast. Magma Jet is a favorite of mine, and I usually like 2 for when we want to nudge the scale more towards burn. Finally, for any grindy matches, one of Rouse the Mob and one of Blinding Flare can be the answer you need to push your way to the finish line. What about upgrades? What if you want to spend more than $20 on this deck? Your top priority for upgrades is an annoying one, but it will amp up the effectiveness of this deck immeasurably. Stoke the Flames. The aggravatingly $5 each uncommon from N15 is actually an amazing powerhouse in this deck. Ideally, you'll want a full playset of them too. If you do decide to upgrade with them, then I suggest you trade out 2 Lightning Strikes and 2 Collateral Damages to make room. The other big investment you might want to make is in a playset of Eidolon of the Great Revel. Now, these have become a modern must-have for burn decks, so you're not going to lose value in the long run, and they might even serve you well in the future. But the Eidolons should at least go in your sideboard, if not possibly the main. In terms of alternatives to these cards, there's a lot of options. When you're ready to start building upon what you have, look around at deck lists on the forums, on Reddit, and on MTG Goldfish. See what people are playing and what's working for them, and try it out for yourself. While this deck probably won't win you a Pro Tour, it is currently one of the best ways to spend $20 and buy into Standard. You will do better with this deck list at Friday Night Magic than you will just playing that event deck out of the box. So if you don't know where to begin, then this is where you begin in Standard for Fate Reforged. Buy it, build it, and go down to that shop and play with it. I hope this video has been of some help to you. And remember, whether buying accessories or boosters, you're not going down to Walmart or Target for Friday Night Magic or Game Day. So when you spend your cash, try and spend it where you spend time playing Magic. And that's at your local game store whenever possible. You are supporting your Magic community.